Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Collector Strikes Back. I'm Manny Maldonado with my co-host next to me, Mr. Edwin San Juan.
Hello, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in, you guys.
We hope you guys are having a great week. And man, it's here already, man. We just started the year. I just said Happy New Year to you the other day.
I know.
And now it's already February.
It's February. Valentine's is coming up.
We don't want to talk about sad things
yet. We have a new president.
We rather talk about good things. And I'm excited. We have our guest here today. Our comedian and colleague friend, Christian Zaragoza's in the house.
What up?
Just happy to be here, man. It is February. Oh, fuck. A lot of birthdays in February, dude. Don't remind me.
My birthday's in February.
My wife, my kid, my Valentine's. Oh, man.
Is that right?
I don't got money for this, dude.
And for those of you who don't know, just tell our audience a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, and blah, 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 all that good stuff.
Okay, Christian Zaragoza. I do stand-up comedy. I collect a lot of bullshit that's worth no money, just worth sentimental value to me.
This is the right show to be in.
Yes, and I have an addicted personality. I've always had it, and right now I'm addicted to comedy and Hot Wheels.
Okay.
And my family, my kids, yeah.
Nice. And how old are your kids now? Because they're growing up fast. I see the pictures.
6 this Friday. 2, 6, and 18. College. I got one in college.
Wow. So the 18's from a previous marriage?
Yes, it was a surprise. Yeah.
No,
not marriage.
Not marriage. The marriage was not. You knew that was going to happen.
Friends with,
benefits.
Friends with benefits, dating.
Right.
Yeah, it's a long story. But yeah, so yeah. And then I met my wife in 2008.
Okay.
So when you say you had addictive traits, was this started off with like drugs and alcohol and stuff like that, or?
Well, when I was a kid, it started off with just being addicted to a movie I'd watch. If I like a movie, I'll watch it 100 times over and over. If I like a candy, I'll eat it every day. Even now, if I like a shirt, I'll wear it every show till I play it out. You'll see me post a video.
We post a video with the same shirt. It's a different show, but different
same
show,
shirt.
Same shirt.
Yeah, exactly. I don't give a fuck. If I like the shirt.
We've done that in the past. I remember too. I'm like, Manny, are you okay? I go, yeah. But they're like, Manny, do you have a lot of clothes? I'm like, of course I do. But you just get used to that one shirt that fits good, and then you're rocking it on all these shows. You don't mean to, and then all of a sudden you see some pictures. They tag you on shit, man. Manny needs a shirt.
I'm with some comics.
Gotta change your material.
Yeah,
change the material. Yeah, clothing material.
Change their outfit. Yeah, no, I'll go on the road with some comics, and they're like, oh, I gotta go to the mall and get an outfit because they want to look different for a show. I'm like, I don't care. I just want to look fresh, but it'll be the same fresh outfit.
Now I met
as long as it's clean, right?
Yeah. I met you back in the days through Jerry and all those other guys, and
which I have a story that I always remember that really motivated me. But it was kind of we used to do that. This is I had met you through Jeff.
Yes,
the improv, Hollywood Improv. I used to go. I'd be like, oh, that's Manny Maldonado. I just had started doing comedy, and then I started booking a show with Romeric at Vive. Remember Vive?
Oh,
in Pomona.
Yes, in Pomona.
I was a year
Romeric, is that
or two.
B1?
Yeah, B1.
Okay.
Me and him were really close.
Vive. I remember that place. Yeah. Nice place.
So I was like, oh, let's get Manny. By the way, it was me that we were doing the show together. So I was hosting that one. So I was, but I'm fresh. I'm doing the comedy
green.
A year or two, and I was hosting. And I remember he told Romeric hey, make sure that you bring me up, not him.
Oh.
But he said it in front of me. He said it in front of me. But no, not in a dick way, but I suck, dude. I didn't take it that way.
Plus, I knew B1 too.
Yeah.
So obviously, it wasn't a diss on you because obviously you're.
No, it was.
It was a diss.
I was fucking up
diss.
It's a straight diss, but damn it, I knew B1
but
better.
I already knew him. And it's basically
you're the reason why he was there in the first place.
Yeah. But honestly, we were already cool, and it sounds way more fucked up than it was. But it was a good story because it just motivated me to be like, hey, next time he sees me,
I'm gonna be funny.
I'm gonna be funny, and I was, and he gave me props, and then I feel like
there is a backstory. So look, some tough love.
So you didn't think he was funny when you
not that.
No, I was terrible.
No,
he was terrible.
I was terrible.
But it's okay. But look, I knew he had potential, but just that wasn't his night.
But what difference does it make if someone terrible brings you up?
I want to be brought up properly.
And he wasn't.
Not that night.
No, I think I fucked up the first person's name.
Oh,
and then
he was.
No,
nervous.
I'm talking about now I might bomb, but I'm myself. I bomb as myself, and the joke doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Before I would bomb, and you could see it in my face that I'm nervous, and you know what I'm saying? I'm that.
You can see the pain in the face and the anguish. So therefore,
he said hey, he was like, hey, Romeric, can you bring me up because he's having a tough time. And I was like,
said
no,
it
I
like
am.
that.
And I was like, no, I am.
Okay, all
But
right.
honestly, like I don't look at situations like that, like because I know he meant it in a way, like
It was tough love, but I
Yes.
just know. Look, no, and I said no, and that's it. And I knew Romero. I had barely met Christian, but he was a nice, he's a nice kid. And then I was like, you know what? No, let him learn from this, and he did.
those are the moments that motivate me though. Like you
Of
know when
course.
when you see someone that you like look up to, and
Mhm.
then you just want them to see you as a peer, or
Right.
like do
Right.
better, see you improving every time. And I feel
And
like
and
I
you
have.
and for our followers and listeners, please, trust me, he's funny. Please follow him, support him, because he's gotten 10 times better now, and I'm proud of you. So we're good. It's okay.
My style is if someone is
You're
like,
too nice.
no, I would let you bring me up,
Yeah.
but I will clown them.
Oh yeah.
shit out of you on
Oh no, he
stage.
still clown me. He
Yeah,
still
oh yeah,
clown
you
me.
got to, right?
See, that's what I'm saying. You roast him more
You gotta
on
roast
your bits. You're getting applause breaks over his.
Yeah.
See,
But
that's
still.
you're just as bad as me.
And then it's up to him to take it how he wants to take it.
Honestly,
because you
now-
could either make you or break you, right? It could
I
make you
don't-
want to work harder.
Honestly, now I don't know if you were like, hey, is he gonna bring me up? And I still brought you up, or if he ended up bringing up. But I know you like were like, hey, dude.
Oh,
are
I
you
let it be
okay?
known. I think Romero did bring me up. I'm having a good memory. No, Romero did bring me up.
And then you talk crap about it.
No, I didn't. No, but and
You're
that's
supposed to.
no, but see, that's what you do.
You bust their balls. You got to
you
bust,
bust
their
their
balls.
balls on stage and get the applause breaks. Like, yeah.
Well, you
But
because
you're getting Christian's laughs on your clowning.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty-
yeah,
Not really.
Well,
Those are
I'm just saying that if people paid for a show and then you have
Yeah.
garbage go up there, they feel like they're getting ripped off. So
Exactly.
as a professional comedian, you got to go up there and say, "Hey, man, I apologize for that," or whatever. You know, this is not the caliber of what you're paying for.
Yes.
If it's a free show, fuck it. You know, but
I feel like hosting is like the last thing that you like I've been able to conquer. Like that was
Okay.
the last thing that I was like,
to me,
oh, that's
and
the
to
thing
me,
that's fucked it.
it's still. And him and I talk about this sometimes. We always feel that hosting and closing is
Hardest.
probably the hardest
Yes.
ones. And I think that hosting is probably the most important one because you're going to be there all night.
sets the tone.
Sets
Yes.
the tone. They're going to
Yeah.
see you all night, and
Definitely.
you're like half. You're half organizer, half audience member. Like you're all over the place.
It also gets the least respect. 'Cause
Of
people are like, hey,
course.
you should do comedy too. You're like,
Yeah.
I did.
I
show.
do.
Yeah.
I was here
You're
too.
funny. Why don't you do stand up too? Like what?
When are you going up there? I was
I've
just
been
up
up
there.
No respect, dude. No respect.
So now that you're, how many years in are you in comedy now?
I started in 2011,
Okay.
but for like the first 5 years, I'm married, kids. I'm once a week, once a month.
Yeah, you were going
Saying
up
you're
up
just
and
trying-
down.
But I'd say since 2020, like all in.
Okay, so but we
But
still,
I said 15.
but you
14
started the first time you hit the stage was 2011.
Yes,
So,
2011.
man, time flies. Yes. So yes, and you've been doing a lot of shows. We see you. You do a lot of shows with you try to do shows with Jerry and all those guys.
Jerry, Jesus.
Jerry Garcia,
We used to do a
Jesus
podcast called American Wannabes.
Uh huh.
And then lately I've been opening up a lot, featuring a lot for Khan, Dunos,
Yeah.
a lot of those
Okay.
guys.
Yeah,
And
we
then,
know them. We know them. Yes.
And then I've been headlining, like co-headlining with Edgar Rivera a lot. We
okay,
do-
we know
do a
Edgar
show
too.
called,
Yes.
Natural Bald Killers.
Okay.
Like on the Woody Harrelson.
Now, okay. So we had no idea. I mean, this is why we like doing this show because yes, we're obviously we're trying to build up our audience, but it's what's funny is we like the people that come out of the woodworks. Like Edwin hit me up. He's like, "Yo, you know Christian?" I go, "Yeah, man. He collects stuff too." I'm like, and this is what we want. We want people that we didn't think would
Yeah.
collect. All of a sudden, like, yeah, you collect. So
Not just
And I have no one to talk to about this. Like,
no, and that's why we
yeah,
did this
yeah.
because we were in the closet, kind of like you know.
I
what
remember I'd message you. I talk to you like once a year, and it's about a random message like, "What you think about that Star Wars show? What you think about
Yeah.
that?" Because I have no one to talk to about it. I talk to Connor or any of them. They're like, it's like talking to another.
Well, we know that we found out that he's a collector too. He has
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja
he has Ninja Turtles, so we're gonna get him on one of these episodes too as well. But what I like about you is that your Star Wars knowledge is more than welcome over here. And
Yeah,
Well, it's obvious that you watched the podcast because you be commenting on stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's cool, bro. Like I didn't know at first. I didn't connect you to who you were at first. And then I go,
Yeah.
oh, that's Christian, bro.
Christian,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, like when we were talking about Star Wars Rebels and
I like, which I
stuff
really
that
enjoyed. Yeah,
yeah, that's
Stuff that goes over Manny's head.
Well, he doesn't watch it. How can you not watch that? I was like, you haven't seen it yet, or
It's because I'm just so into
he has
this
You
life.
don't like the Disney stuff, right? Because I remember I talked to you and you. Just
I'm a rival
Boba
against.
Fett.
Trust me, I was rivaling against. He's the one that got me started watching all the shows. Him and my son watches this stuff all the time too. But he's the one that made me cross over to the Disney side and start watching some stuff here and there. Like I watch Skeleton Crew now, and
That was a good one. I like
and
that
it was cool. But now,
Did you see all of it then?
yeah, I'm starting to venture off and see some other things now. But thanks to Edwin, like he's like, you got to watch the Book of Boba Fett and yeah, man.
But the cartoon series are
But he
rich.
loves the cartoon.
You brought up the thing when Obi-Wan Kenobi ends up killing Darth Maul.
Yes, that's
Like,
Rebels.
So Darth Maul comes back in Rebels, yeah, and then in Rebels there's Lando Calrissian does an appearance in there, Princess Leia. There's like all these different you find out Darth Maul gets killed by Obi-Wan Kenobi, like all these stories.
And this is what
Ezra
I did.
Bridger, that guy, he's there before.
They
Luke
brought back
Skywalker.
Clone Wars too, like a few episodes with Ahsoka, no, like leading into
Her series.
They added like a few Clone Wars episodes, like 4 more
Oh,
you can watch, and it's Ahsoka basically with Anakin, right, leading up to either Rebels or Ahsoka, the show. They brought out more episodes, and
Okay.
it's Ahsoka like training with Anakin, and it's like her final test.
wow, okay.
So Christian,
dope.
I was telling him that I watched and he remembers when he came to visit me in Northern Cali, the old DVDs of the Clone Wars, of the animated series.
Oh yeah,
Remember that?
the one on Cartoon Network.
Yes. So
Yeah.
those are the ones those are the Clone Wars I know.
Which
And
I
then-
like.
And then my son was like, "No, Dad." And then Edwin was like, "No, they got the new stuff."
Yeah.
And then he was telling me, like he said, that Darth Maul's alive. I go, "Wait a minute, didn't he get chopped in 2 pieces?"
Yeah.
In Phantom Menace.
Somehow he crawled out. And
Somehow
got
he
metal
crawled out.
legs, and then he has a brother, and
He's the brother, and the witches of Darthma or whatever
Yeah.
like that. They're the ones that brought him back.
And speaking of coming back from the dead, somebody posted on TikTok. I just saw this a couple of weeks ago. How they say that what's the name didn't pass away when he got shocked by the Emperor Mace Windu,
Mace Windu.
in Revenge of the Sith.
oh yeah, they're saying that Mace Windu's alive. Like the story is they're gonna bring him back, and he's alive. They're gonna bring back everybody, dude. They're trying.
Is
to
it
make
because
money.
we're coming up on the 20-year anniversary of Revenge of
It's
the
because
Sith?
nothing's working, and now they're just throwing shit at the wall. Like,
He
what
said
can we
nothing's
do?
working.
Like, none of these shows that they're doing are working because
So Christian, tell the viewers and our listeners, what is it that you like to collect? Because we saw that you brought some stuff over here for us today. What is it that you like?
So, like, I was like, oh, because you were like, bring some stuff that you collect. And then I started realizing, like, I have a bunch of, like, small collect. Because, like, ever since I was a kid, either it's, like, action figures or, like, DVDs. Then it was CDs. Then it was, like, comic books. Now it's Hot Wheels because I quit my job, right? And then I started doing, like, this side hustle selling wine. And I go into grocery stores.
Okay.
And what do grocery stores have? Like, Albertsons, they have Hot Wheels. So at first I was like,
Oh,
I'll just
yeah,
get all the
that's right, that's
Batmobiles.
right.
I'll just get all the Batmobiles. And then soon enough, like I got all the Batmobiles. Now I'm like, oh, I love Hondas. I had like sports cars when I was younger. Also, I can't afford a real car now, so I just get like all the cars I wanted, Hot Wheels. So I get all the Hondas, and then I was like, oh, I like Porsches. I'll collect Porsche. And then it's like, oh, then I find out there's super treasure hunts, which are like specialized ones.
The
that they
treasure
count.
hunts, like if I'm not mistaken, they would come. Is it one per box?
No, so there's treasure hunts, there's super treasure hunts, and then there's like chases. So treasure hunts, there's like one in a box. So like 1 out of every 100, there'll be a treasure hunt.
And
They're
what?
not worth much. Super treasure hunts, those are like, I've found 3 in 2 years, like just from me going out.
Did you bring?
Yeah, I brought some.
Grab one of those treasure hunts. What is considered a treasure hunts right here?
So basically, they're $1. So like my
Those
wife
are
doesn't get
$1,
mad because she's like, how many Hot Wheels did you buy this week? I'm like 10. I spent $10. Relax. So
Does it say? It says treasure hunt on
So
that?
this is the thing. When you go in the back, and under the card, you'll see like a little gold. You see that gold circle?
Oh yeah, okay.
And some of them will even say congratulations.
Where's the gold circle? Oh, okay, yeah, I see it.
So that means it's a super treasure hunt. But like,
Super.
so this
treasure
car
hunt.
also comes in like a regular red, right? So the super treasure hunt will come like a metallic paint job, and the tires, if you see, it'll be like individual rims with like rubber wheels, and it's just like more detail, They're worth more.
So you bought
The
this.
rest
for like
come with
$1?
plastic wheels. Yeah, $2.
$2. How much is it worth now?
That one's worth like $80. This
Wow.
one's worth
That's
like
pretty good
$60,
for $1 investment.
and that one's worth like $100. You can
Okay.
go on,
So Christian,
and you can sell them on offer up right now.
It's been a
eBay
little
and
bit
somebody.
too,
might,
does it
I know
matter?
I mean, maybe a little bit, but not
Not
much.
as far-
They're so popular right now
Well,
that
it's
these
open.
they don't care. They don't care.
so
I
when
saw a Yoda one like this.
Yeah,
So
I
when
have
it comes
like $300
when it-
bucks.
When it comes to these treasure hunts, do you wait for somebody to open up the box from the store? Or how does that work? Like,
Oh no, dude! I go in the back and I open the shits myself, dude.
okay,
Because I work, so these are my accounts. I do Albertsons, Vons Pavilions,
Also, you have access to the.
so I
back.
have access to the back. So
that's rare.
So when they're not looking, or some of them they'll be like, "Hey, Christian," they know that I look for them, so they're like, "Go through." So I just open it up, And dude, it feels like
Is
Christmas.
this a stormtrooper from the original OG stormtrooper? Right?
Yeah, so they have artists
like a
comic
Porsche?
book artists or like different artists design a car and
That's
then
cool.
they'll pick it and they'll
That Cad
actually
Bane
make
is
it.
sick.
Yeah, this,
Yeah. Now, where did you get that Cad Bane at?
at I think in Albertsons.
I had no idea that some of these grocery stores had toys.
Yeah, so,
Yeah. They have
So
toys.
these are like the cartoons are like $5,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and then the other ones are like $1.99.
We've seen those like at Ross, and Evan and I have
exactly.
seen those like at Ross for like
So whenever you go in,
$1.99 or something.
Hot Wheels has been
if you
around
see,
for a long time.
if you see, this is a regular treasure hunt, so it just has like a silver one, but it also have the treasure hunt symbol on the car, and these it depends on how popular they are, but it's like $5, $8. But it's really more about the hunt. To me, it's like I found. I'm just happy that I found one, and they're just like people make videos about them, and it all becomes about
Well, we
it's
know
the
that.
journey.
like cop cars.
Solomon, if
Yeah.
you could look up
Yeah, that's the-
when the first Hot Wheel was ever invented, it's kind
There's
of
Hot Wheels that are like $100,000.
I had no idea. I know Hot
Wow.
Wheel,
And it's like rusted in the just
yeah.
Used, open already, is still worth that much?
And for our listeners and watchers, please let us know what's your favorite Hot Wheel, and do you enjoy the treasure hunts just like Christian? Because I know there's people love
And
this.
then they have like
every time we go to the Frankensons and all that stuff, there's always a big Hot Wheel display.
they have like so these are like metal. These are like
Metal.
so metal on metal. So this is like heavier. So it's made with like better materials,
yeah,
better
okay.
paint. So basically, you're getting that car in a regular Hot Wheel
Okay.
for $2.
Packaging.
Yeah. So you got to find them.
Oh, so
Are
you
these hard to find too?
Yeah. So right now, if you go to Target right now,
It's
the
heavy,
whole car section is empty. At every Target, if you go right now, you'll see maybe 4 cars left. People, it's just so popular. now.
I have seen people kind of scouring.
They're
through the-
fighting.
through the
Yeah,
box.
and I look at them, I go, those losers. And then I go to Star Wars
Same,
section and it's the
same.
same thing.
So
It's
Check
like,
this out. It says right here in the 1960s, Elliot Henry, co-founder of Mattel Incorporated.
ooh, that's a American classic right there.
It's a muscle car right
Yeah,
there.
so 1960s. It doesn't say.
Yeah, I
exactly.
collect a lot of the. Right now, I do a lot of the
That's really
lowriders.
cool, man.
They do a lot of
Lowriders
lowriders
are
now.
nice.
Right.
You got a lowrider for us?
I like the
Oh,
bigger
look
size
at
cars
that.
too. The
The
Hot Wheels make
lowriders are
bigger
dope.
size,
They're like
too?
actual lowrider There's actual lowrider magazine cars too. They're like $8 at Hobby Lobby.
Uh-huh.
It's got the
But
clown on
I'm
it.
not I'm not that deep in there yet. But that's a treasure hunt too. That's a 60,
59 Chevy Impala.
Yeah. But they have a bunch of so
Can you hold that up and display that for the camera too? For all you guys that, if you do like Hot Wheels, and look, they have
there's something
Impalas.
for everybody.
They got something for everybody. Do they have now? I'm not trying to ask a goofy question. Did they have motorcycles too, like Hot Wheels, like kind of like motorcycles too as
Mhm,
well?
mhm.
Okay,
That's the first Batmobile right there. I'm proud of that.
Oh, really?
The first Batmobile was red.
Oh.
It wasn't even a Batmobile. It was just a car that he
Did you
drove.
know that,
as a
Solomon?
detective.
No, I didn't know.
It looks like it's Alfred's car that Batman just
Yeah.
needed the car.
So
He took
it used to be
Alfred's car.
called Detective Comics,
Oh, Detective Comics.
and then they wrote in Batman, and then at first he was just riding around in a car,
Convertible. Huh.
and then later on, like a few years later, they made the Batmobile, and it was like actual
So-
thing.
How much
So-
is this worth?
That's new. I don't think it's worth. When it first came out, it was more rare, but this is like came out a few months ago. So
I had no idea.
So
that
but it's hard to find.
Remake?
So maybe like $10.
Oh, okay.
So Christian, what about do they release the Hot Wheels? Is it every month or how is it like?
Dude, I don't know because
Is it like baseball, football, basketball? I've
it's
always been confused.
I think they just send shit out and
all the
because
time.
like Albertsons, Vons, they'll get stuff like
Oh,
right
so
now.
it's worth $20. There we go.
Last month, I paid like $6 for it, but yeah, they're
You paid
Yeah,
60 or 6?
six.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those
$6.
are like $6.
Oh,
The
that's
the
pretty
most
cool.
expensive they are is like there's $30 ones that you buy online, but you gotta be like first
Bids
yeah,
and stuff and all that
yeah,
stuff.
It's
And how many years have you been collecting the Hot Wheels?
2 years.
Oh, it just started.
I just started when I quit Staters, and I have like maybe 250 cars, like 200
250?
cars, 200.
That's
So
good.
are they just kept in boxes right now, or are you?
Yeah, I have a
laying
whole
them?
wall. I have like my whole wall in my garage like full, and then the rest in boxes.
So some of these came off your wall.
Yeah.
That you brought. Okay.
Yeah. All the regular cars. The rest I'm gonna probably display them differently. But I just got my own like man space, like my own man cave recently.
All right.
So now I'm just buying shit and taking all the stuff out of the garage and taking my toys out, and I'm like,
And put
instead
some
of like,
stuff.
I'm gonna make it like my little man cave.
Isn't that the best?
Yeah.
When your wife or girlfriend was like, okay, all right, you can have this space
Yeah.
allotted.
Girlfriends don't have a say in the man.
I wanna
cave,
buy-
just wives.
The what?
Girlfriends don't have a say in the man cave, just wives, not
Yeah.
girlfriends.
He's right about that. I feel like yes, you have to be committed to that. Like that has to have a ring on it in order for another
Yeah.
person to have say.
Really?
Like
What
a-
even if you live together?
Yeah.
If you live together,
You
no,
live
yeah,
together,
you,
that's-
you still can't just do it. You got to get
Couple of years.
maybe you get a shelf or something, but
A shelf. Yeah, you might get a shelf. So
get a
Gotta be a
shelf
chart.
in the
So
kids'
gotta be a
room.
chart.
so it
for all
seems
this.
like you've been like you said you've been really bum rushing these Hot Wheels.
Well, it's because instead of working, which I hope but I'm like looking for Hot Wheels all day.
What'd you do today?
I wake
Did you
up,
apply for a job? No, I've been looking for Hot Wheels.
Your wife's like, you're very motivated
Dude,
with
I
this
was-
wine stuff.
Yeah.
This is really
with the
good.
chase, he's all chasing the treasure hunts.
I called my wife today. I was like, dude, you won't believe what happened. And then it was about, I found that one right there.
Mm-hmm.
And she was, I thought you were going to call me about something good about work. You found a Hot Wheels. Cool. Like, that's what you called me for.
But for $2 and it's worth 60 or whatever.
Yeah.
So
How do you know? Do you research
is there a price
this
guide
first,
and
or
all
do
that
you-
stuff?
I just go on OfferUp because OfferUp's the
Is that your
the
new price
best
guide?
source because people will meet up with you right there. Like eBay, you can put it up, but it might be up there for a week. I don't know how eBay works really, but it might. And then you got a bid or whatever. OfferUp, I can put it on OfferUp and somebody will come meet me right now and
Yeah.
give me the money.
Look, I like OfferUp.
They might steal it from me, but
I was doing a lot of that during the pandemic as far as buying stuff off of people. But man, it's kind of like all of a sudden you're like a drug dealer.
yeah.
It's kind of
Me too.
dangerous, isn't it?
It's dangerous.
Meet me
It's
at
not.
Vaughn's.
I've never
Yeah,
sold
but one
anything, but
time-
that's where I look.
One time somebody's like, yo, man, we be at the Home Depot at 11:30 at night. I'm like, hey, man, I'm asleep at that time.
11:30. Why?
11:30. I'm like, damn, homie. Like, no,
Wake-
no.
During
So-
business hours, please.
I'm like, yes, I go, my cutoff is like 7 o'clock, homie. Like, what we doing at 11:30 at night?
Yeah, I want a
It's 'cause wanna buy an
Coca-Cola,
oven.
not Coke.
I'm gonna buy a
Coke.
Yeah, I'm buying an oven off of you, homie. You got to
He
be
opens the
11:30 at
trunk.
nighttime?
Yeah.
So you go on OfferUp to get a price gauge to see
Yeah,
what
to
what
see
it's
what
worth.
that helps you
yeah,
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to see what they're
But I haven't sold any or bought anybody off of anybody. I just been collecting myself. The closest one I was to buying online was this metal on metal, this car Rex. It's like a Porsche that they've
they're heavy ones, right? The metal on metal.
yeah. So this Porsche right here, it's like a real race car that's out,
A green one.
and it has like it's
A
real
fin?
nerd shit, but it's like shaped like a dinosaur. The
Like a
car is
fin.
painted, and there's a pink one that's shaped like a pink dinosaur,
Mhm.
and has teeth in the front. Every time when they win a race, they put a gold tooth on it, and so they brought out the car, which is like it's called Rexy.
When you were
So
a
the
kid-
pink one is a chase, and it's worth like $200.
That's
I went
really cool.
everywhere looking for that car. My friend found one because so there's 5 in each series, and then
So
there's
you
a
have the
chase.
BMW.
Yeah, there's a chase, which is the pink one. Which
Do
they
you
don't put on there.
put them in cases too sometimes? Or like
No, I haven't.
You haven't yet?
No,
I'm sure they have those small cases. and
they
stuff,
do.
but-
I want to, but I haven't got that serious in it. I'm just kind of hanging them, and then I
Okay,
kind of put them
all right.
in like
There's nothing wrong with that.
display them.
So you're
But I-
still in the beginning stages of collecting.
Yeah, there's people that have been collecting for years, and now that I'm posting about it, people are showing me Hot Wheels that they have when they were kids and stuff
Right.
like that. So I'm fresh into it. That I just got into collecting it, but I guess I'm pretty deep
Oh, there's
into it.
another one right there. The look at that one.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm talking about. So see how much it
Pink
is?
one?
400
Yeah, Solomon
bucks.
is really good.
That-
Whoa.
Dude, I was
So
like,
this one you
this
could
close
get-
to getting one. So I was looking at a Target, right? And I'm like, he's like, are you looking for the pink one? And he was like, there's some at the Target. And he described the one by my house. So I went over there and
They were
there wasn't
gone.
shit. But he was like, there's like 4.
Oh man.
Or there's a few. I think he was bullshitting me and just made me try it. But
Man, that's really cool.
that I would sell.
I mean, considering you could get this for what, $3.99 or $2.99?
Those are $5.99.
No, but no, I mean,
But yeah.
Oh, the price. The
price, $5.99.
And look at the value of that. Ooh, that's nice.
They're hot right
if
now.
you found
dude.
that, you would sell it. You would turn around and sell it right away.
For that much money, yeah.
And you would buy wine.
Yeah, I need that
buy
much-
wine
that-
and so tell your wife. Yeah. I got
Yeah.
You could buy a couch, homie.
That I would sell
$400? No.
because that's the most it's ever going to be worth.
A piece of a couch.
Mm.
Half of
So you don't think it'll get higher in value?
Well, I just think right now is like it's really popular and it's like they're very sought after. So right now you can get top dollar. Whereas I don't know in a year if people are still baseball craze in the '90s.
It's kind of like what we're.
It's a
going-
trend right now.
It's what we're going through with some of these Star Wars HasLab has put out. They're peaking out at a certain amount of price range, and we're like, well, are this going to go down? Is it going to go up?
Yeah, it's gonna
staying-
stay- yeah.
It's just staying at that.
Yeah, because I spent $100 and I bought Anakin from Clone Wars,
Mhm.
and it's a 6-inch series. But now they're making a new version of it.
It's gonna bring
Yeah,
down the value. Yeah,
it's gonna bring down the value.
That same
and
thing with
The
shoes
new
because
version has cloth material.
We
and
hate when they do that.
I collected shoes a lot too, and whenever they re-release a shoe, the one before it gets
The value drops,
The value
yeah.
drops because now there's. But that's the shoe. The
So
shoe
when
game's
you were
all
a kid,
fucked up, too.
did you collect anything too as a kid?
I collected comic books,
Mhm.
toys, and then
So you
DVDs.
favored Batman or Superman? 'Cause you have-
Superman? When I was, you go to State of like we used to go
Yeah.
to the grocery store with my mom, and they used to have that little
Stan.
the little stand. It was just
That's
cheap comic books.
And you-
everything.
and you brought
so I
some-
got really into Superman comic books because that's all that I had access to. I'm like 7 years old, so I got really into Superman comics. That's what I brought today.
Yeah,
brought some
show us
Superman
what you
comics,
brought,
which is like-
brought today and kind of display. And
So do you like
They're really
DC
worth
over
money.
Marvel?
Yes, not anymore because DC movies are terrible.
go ahead and
but-
flip it to the camera.
So this is
What is this Superman that you're holding?
this is Lobo, which
Oh, Lobo, yeah.
what's his name's gonna play him? What's his name?
The guy who played Aquaman.
Aquaman's gonna play him in the movie,
Lobo,
so I brought him
yeah.
because
Momoa?
Momo, Jason.
yeah. So this guy's been around since the '90s,
Mhm.
but once that movie comes out, this is gonna be worth some money probably.
Okay, so how much did you pay for this comic book?
This was what $1.50?
$1.50. So you feel that was, and I like how it's in the case.
Yeah, I
The
got it in the
protector.
case. I've had it since I was 8 years old.
Oh, that's
Wow,
nice.
okay.
So
So
yeah, this
you
is
read
like
it
one of
once, or you read
the, no, I read it a lot. I haven't read it recently,
because
but
of
yeah, I
your
read
addictive
it.
traits?
Yeah. But
Some
like
people
I was,
just they
Solomon,
put
did
the
you collect
gloves
comic
on.
books back in the days?
The funny thing is, we lived with this
You
lady
see?
who had a whole closet full of comic books, like
Uh-huh.
Richie Rich, Superman, like all these comic. We would go in there, and if we were good, then Sundays we could go in and go through and read them all. I wish
Oh.
I had those boxes now, though.
Oh man.
so
That was like an incentive if you were good.
Yeah.
yeah, and like I don't know if you guys were into
He looks like
Superman
Jason Momoa.
in the '90s. Were you guys into Superman? So in the '90s,
We were. I like.
Remember Superman died and it was a big old deal.
Yeah,
and
yes.
they
I
came out with,
remember
like,
that.
the
Yes.
novels.
Yes.
And then after he died, like 4 Superman came out and they were like, oh, we're the rebirth of Superman.
yeah.
There was Superboy, Man of Steel, which ended up being played by Shaq.
Yeah.
And then there was like a robot one. So I got those comics that were like, I just always thought they would be worth some money, but they're not
Is
really
that-
because
what
they
is
made
that
up
one you
so
have?
many and they're so
Dies.
popular.
Yeah.
But these are so in them
Let's
and in the
flip it too. Let's flip it. Yeah.
so this is the
Which is that Superman?
robot version that fought Doomsday and like kicked his ass.
Oh, this
then
one's
is
Shaq?
eventually Shaq played him in the movie because it was like
Steel.
Man
It
of
was called Steel, huh?
Steel,
and he loves
yeah.
Superman. And then this was another one that was
So you're a big super. Are you excited about the new movie that's coming out?
it kind of faded, honestly. This
They
was
have
like
Superdog.
something I liked as a kid,
Uh huh.
but I ended up liking Batman more,
Okay.
and then Ninja Turtles and
You should
Star
like
Wars.
this
Then
one
I became
'cause-
a Star Wars fan at the age of 10. Is when I got really into Star
That
Wars.
one's cool too.
It's born again, and that's you, Christian.
Yeah.
You're a
Christian,
born again Christian.
Exactly. Yeah, that's basically
You with
what it
the
is.
puns. You with the puns.
But that's exactly what it was. It's just like the reincarnation of Christ, and there's people trying to say that they're Superman, and that's exactly. And then there was a Superboy.
Oh wow.
And then when I became like a teenager,
Mhm.
then that's when remember like Spawn and everything, and then the
Yes.
magazines started getting very provocative with like
Yes.
Oh,
big
look at
tits, and
that
then I'm turning
darkness.
12,
Yeah.
and then the
Darkness.
yeah they start this was like a comic book that came out like after Spawn and Witchblade. Remember
Okay.
like all that stuff got real
I
popular.
liked all that stuff.
This was called The Darkness. There was a video game. He got pretty popular, but
Was that McFarlane that created the Spawn?
yeah,
It was
he did
McFarlane,
Image, and
right?
this was another one called Top Cow that was kind of like another version of.
Ooh, that looks like
Image.
a character from the Mortal Kombat, huh, Edwin?
Yeah.
Darkness.
Yeah, it looks
I
like
read some of
Katana.
those.
Katana.
The Darkness. He had a video game. He got pretty popular. Gen 13 was pretty popular. This
So is there like
issue
Mecco
one.
on those?
No. But,
Because you said like you're a teenager.
Yeah, no.
Teenager.
And the
No.
graphics.
I would like put him down, then go in the restroom.
Some of the pages are stuck
yeah,
together.
but yeah, I really got into
Hilarious. So the pages are thicker than the other ones.
that. I don't even know if it'll open up, but
Thickness, not darkness.
So look, you guys, if you guys like a certain comic book that you like a lot, or please let us know in the comments. And you're unveiling something else before we wrap this up. What is this?
oh no, that's what I was like. Oh yeah, I brought the remember when Disney bought Star Wars,
Yes.
they came out with their own. They have their own canon.
Mhm.
So this was like the first comic book that they brought out after that, and they were basically going to tell like
Go ahead and flip it.
Luke Skywalker stories.
Oh,
like the story what happened
okay.
right after
Star
It
Wars
was called
Shattered Empire.
Shattered Empire was like the
Right,
first
right.
comic
Nice.
book that came out. So I bought a few of those.
Is that Luke Skywalker's girlfriend too?
This is Poe Dameron's mom, I think.
Oh.
Oh, Dameron's mom
So
made it a
remember he had-
cameo. I love it.
I believe this is his mom. She, yeah, I think so. It's been a while since I read it, but yeah, this is Poe Dameron's mom. He's fighting with her. You know, it kind of ties it all together.
All right.
Well,
Well,
anything you want to plug? Are you
anything
gonna
you wanna
got shows
plug?
coming up or?
I got. When is this gonna come out? I got.
It's
I got-
first week of February. First week.
Oh,
of
I got Covina Laugh Factory on the 7th.
Oh, with
Jerry
Jerry
Garcia
and
featured
Victor.
there. Yeah, and then me and Edgar Rivera will be doing natural bald killers at the Ice House.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And
sometime next month.
you guys, please follow Christian. His Instagram handle's on there. And this has been another fun episode of Electra Strikes Back.
Yeah, I want to pick your brain more about some Star Wars. Maybe we can come back and do.
We're gonna get you
Hell yeah.
back
Sounds
very
good.
soon. All
We'll be
right.
back, for sure.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Peace.